Hi, I'm Trevor from AEI, and I would like to thank you for choosing AEI for your solar PV solution. I'm here today to give you a brief overview of the equipment and the system that you purchased from us. The equipment we have here on site today is, this box is the inverter. It's the brains of the system. It tells the electricity where it's coming from, where it's going to, and how it's distributed around the house as required. We have a couple of safety switches also on site. We have an AC isolator. We have a DC isolator, which basically covers the power coming in from the roof. We have the battery fuses as well, which can trip from time to time, but it doesn't happen very often. On the inverter also, we have cables coming in from the roof. We have cables connecting to and from the battery. This little device here is called a Wi-Fi stick. It mainly communicates with the internet and allows you to monitor your system via your app. This here is the battery. It's called a Weco. It's a 5.3 kilowatt hour battery. It should cover most of your requirements throughout the evening, as long as you're not using washing machines, dishwashers, and all the heavy use equipment. This is the fireman switch. It is normally installed in the attic space about 1 meter from where the cables enter the house. It is a safety device to turn the solar power on and off in the event of the emergency services being called. It will also activate if there's a power break in the house, and once the power returns, it will turn on automatically itself. Just to note that you may hear a winding sound and a click as it goes on and off. This is completely normal. The AEI app can be downloaded from the QR code which is on the back of the Welcome to Solar document that your installer gave you on the first day of your installation, and it can be easily saved to your contacts and home screen depending on the device that you have. A string or non-battery system works by converting radiation or daylight into electricity. Simply, the panels produce a DC current which is fed into the inverter, which in turn converts to AC, which is used by the appliances around your house via the fuse board. Any power not used at that moment in time will be fed back into the grid, and your energy provider will compensate you for this energy. The hybrid system works the same as a string system, but the excess power is diverted to the battery to be used later on in the day. This will happen when the house is in cruise to a lesser or greater extent, and the battery will charge or discharge as required at that moment in time. By cruise, what we generally mean is that there is a low requirement of the appliances, generally between 200 and 700 watts. Once the battery is charged to 100%, the excess power, like the string, will be fed into the grid. If there is a large requirement of power, the panels work in conjunction with the battery to cover the load. If there is insufficient solar power and battery power available, the system will seamlessly allow power in from the grid to cover the shortfall. The calculations are happening instantly depending on the load requirement, the output from the panels, and the power available from the battery. In short, our system will use all available solar power and will only draw in power from the grid as required. With a string system, your app will record generation and consumption throughout the day, but once the power has stopped coming down from the panels, the app will no longer record any data for you. It will automatically wake up again the following day when the panels start producing power. If you have a hybrid system and a battery, and the battery has power, your app will monitor your system 24 hours a day. It will show generation, consumption, and whether the battery is discharging or charging. You can charge your battery at night with a cheaper night rate electricity if you have that from your provider. This can help offset expensive energy costs, especially in the shorter winter days. Also, try to get into the habit of running your dishwasher and washing machine and high energy requirement appliances when the sun is at the highest in the sky, say somewhere between 11 and 2 o'clock each day. This will help offset your expensive energy costs and help you get the best from your solar system. After your installation is complete, Information will be passed back to the office to get your system online. Once this process is complete, we will email you your link and login details. When you get your app online, please note that it can update between 5 and 15 minutes. The software will auto alert us of any issues and we will contact you directly if required. If there is nothing we can do remotely, we will call out and get the issue resolved for you. Just to note that with all Atarco systems, they will monitor your system for 3 weeks and carry out any due diligence to ensure that your system is operating correctly. Once they are happy, and if you have purchased a generation guarantee, they will issue this cert 6 weeks after installation. Please refer to the terms and conditions on this documentation for further information. It's worth noting that if you have any battery issues, to check that these fuses have gone down. It doesn't happen very often, but it's not unheard of, and all you have to do is fix the fuse back up again. If it happens regularly, i.e. more than once, please contact us and we will come out and replace the fuse for you. If you are claiming grants or subsidies from the SEAI, I just know that it takes a couple of weeks to pull all this information together for you from various sources. We upload everything to the SEAI once we have all the information available, and this can take up to 2 to 3 weeks to complete this process. Please remember that if you are claiming a domestic grant, that the grant value has been deducted from your bill, and the onus to recoup this is 100% on AEI. It's worth noting that some solar panels come with very long warranties, 25 years in some cases, so expect very little issues from your system. Terms and conditions and warranties for all the individual items are listed at the bottom of our homepage. If you have any issues throughout the lifetime of your system, please contact us on 01 4433 996 or email us on info@aei.ie. If you prefer, please refer to our Welcome to Solar document, which was handed to you by your installer on the first day of installation. It will allow you to log issues and we will be sure to get in contact with you. From all at AEI, thanks for watching.